Hey everyone, welcome back. I am Julie. Welcome if you are new here. Today we're going to be planning out the week of January 29th through February 4th in my Hobonichi Cousin. Okay, so not gonna lie, January felt like it was 4 months long, so I am so happy that we are finally entering the month of February, but I don't know if you can tell, I am a little bit under the weather. I wasn't even sure if I was going to be able to film this video, but I'm gonna do my best to get through it. I'm like super short of breath. But here we are. I thought to also make things easier on myself, I would use a kit this week. I have not been using kits. In fact, this past week was so hectic and took me down very quickly that I didn't even plan last week. But for the first few weeks of this planner, I did not use any kits. And not that there's anything wrong with using kits, it's just hasn't been my main vibe. I do have a few kits, but I haven't been buying them at the rate that I used to, where I was essentially using a kit every single week. That does tend to add up and get very, very expensive. It's not very cost effective for me. It's not very sustainable for me either. And I found myself just having way too much stuff. And I feel like a lot of us are in this season of not necessarily not using stickers, but maybe using them less or finding different ways to incorporate them into our creative planning style. And that is where I'm at. So some weeks we'll have stickers, some weeks we'll not. So I'm going to be using the Happy Mail kit. I was like, what could I use that doesn't necessarily have a theme, but that is fun and cute? I'm also going to be using this grid washi, or like gingham washi actually, from Lauren Phelps Designs. Y'all, being sick is like no freaking joke. I have not been sick since December of 2022. I mean, yes, it carried all the way through like March of 2023, and then I had like the lingering effects, but you know, for several months after that. But I haven't had like even so much as a cold since then, and I am very, very lucky and very, very thankful. But this is kicking my ass, not gonna lie. It's just rough. It's rough out here. I am like doing my best. The thing that's really, really helping me is staying hydrated. And I slept for 12 hours last night. I was exhausted. Like, we got into bed. Normally we'll like turn on a show or whatever, and I was knocked out. I think I went to bed at like 7:30, woke up the next day today at almost at 8, I think. I don't even remember, y'all. That's just how crazy it's been. And I was like, wow, I am exhausted. Almost made an appointment to urgent care, but then I was like, you know what? Let me just hold on, you know. And started drinking some tea, some water, staying super hydrated, and I think that might be what's helping me. So, you know, just gonna kind of keep an eye on things because, I don't know, me and like just the common cold, whatever the hell it could possibly be, it just, you know, it goes south for me really, really quick. All right, I am going to move my little tab sticker over to the next week. Actually, I'll just put it down because I don't want to write on it and get like a bump from writing on the page in front of it. But the little weekend sticker here, I actually do have a long weekend. I'm only working 3 days this week. I'm so excited about that. I did get another Randy.Plans order in, and I grabbed the mini doodle icons for weather. I love that she has the different weather like a la carte, because when I get sheets that have like the mixed weather, I get things that have like snow, and like it doesn't snow here. At least it rarely snows here. So I don't really need those. I'm just gonna go ahead and use these dots for just a couple of bullet points for some tasks that I wanna get done for this week. And a lot of it will be packing and things like that. It will only be gone for 2 days, but it's kind of nice to get out of town for a bit, and it's just me and Jesse, so that will be good. All right, and then I'll just put this last one down here. And does this one come with habit trackers? I can't remember if this is the new format or not. Not really any habit trackers. I'm not sure that I want to track sleep in here. Y'all, I'm still in my, like, I don't know if I want to use my weeks planner, which is like so weird. So I'm essentially just using, and of course, per usual, I am looking for my tweezers. Those things escape me all the time. It's like they're hiding from me. But anyway, basically just been using my Cousin and my daily A6, and that's just been working. I'm like trying to not force things right now. Okay, found my tweezers. These are my favorite ones. They are from Laurel Denise. I love them so much, and they're gold and they're cute. Anyway, so yeah, I'm just in that like whole, I don't want to force the things, you know, that don't need to be forced. So I'm gonna put meals down here because that has been working for the last few weeks. We're not gonna count last week. That was just, you know, it was crazy. But I'm gonna go in and back plan it and catch up on some journaling this afternoon because I am just behind on life right now. This week I'm using the Pentel Energel Clena in, what is this one, 0.5. I usually use a 0.4 or a 0.5. I'm not a 0.38 girly. That's a little too far to the edge for me. Let's see. Oh, this comes with the little headers. I think these are technically headers. I'm also going to put in the weather and stuff like that, but the weather should be where we're going fairly similar to where I'm at. We're staying in Texas, but you know, Texas is the size of another country. So it's like we could take a 4-hour trip and we're still in Texas. It's really hard to leave. So yeah, last week work was super fun. Haha. You know, work is as fun as you make it, really. And yeah, it just kind of ran me into the ground. I just had like a different schedule for the week. And by Saturday afternoon, I went out and ran a couple errands on Saturday. And by midday Saturday, I was like, I've got this like weird tickle in my throat. Like I couldn't move past it, you know? And by the time I got home, I was like, I am exhausted. Like something is wrong with me. And yeah, it was just, I was done. I was done. And then I was like, I think I'm sick. This sucks. Oh my God. So yeah, that's how that went. And then I just went to bed because that's just how life is. But I'm gonna put in my work schedule, only working Monday through Wednesday this week. I don't think I have a lot of meetings, but I do have a lot of interviews to conduct. I don't even want to look at my calendar. We're not going to do that, but I am going to put in my work hours first. Also, I have been on the hunt for a good work backpack or just work bag. It ended up being a backpack and I am so freaking excited. I literally just ordered it a few minutes ago and I'm already like, why isn't it here already? I ended up ordering it from CalPack and I'm really excited about it. I put up a question box on my Instagram stories just looking for suggestions from folks. And I appreciated a lot of the suggestions. And I think I was just really leaning heavily towards a tote. But for practicality purposes, I think a backpack is just going to be better for me. It always ends up being that way. I really always want to make a tote work. It's just not going to work. It's not going to work for me. And that's going to be okay. So the tote I ended up getting was the CalPack Luca in the color chocolate. Yes, you guys, I will show you what I carry in my work backpack on the days that I am in office. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I am so excited. I'm always like a kid, like on the first day of school, getting new things like that, you know? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. All right, so these boxes are a little large. That's okay. Thursday will be a travel day plus the graduation that we're going to, and then we're coming back Friday, I think. We may push it and come back Saturday. I don't know. We haven't exactly decided. But one of the reasons why I chose this kit is because it has this little like celebration box here, and I'm going to use that for the graduation. So don't let me forget that. Like you guys are in the room with me. Let's do the weather before I forget, because I do have to get that in there. The weather has been a lot better this week compared to the last couple of weeks and what we were dealing with. Oh my gosh, it was brutal. Brutal for us. You guys know, it's just, you know, we have weird weather here. So it looks like it's going to be partly sunny, and these are transparent, you guys. I got the mini size from Randy Plans, and I think that they're a little bit better than the super tiny ones. The super tiny ones are good for the weeks but maybe not so great for something as big as the Hobonichi Cousin, where the pages might swallow it up. And I think it's just a good size for my handwriting. And I think that I'm okay with that. And I think we'll just do through Friday because I think it's a little too early to go that far out. It says it's gonna rain on Saturday, but I'm not so sure. So we will see about that. Okay, so on Monday, I don't have too much going on, but I do wanna focus on editing this video. It's typically when I edit and then the video goes up on Tuesdays. So I'm gonna grab my Coffee Monsters Co. icon sticker. It's not really an icon, it's a doodle. She's an icon, she's a legend. Every time I say icon, that is like the first thing that pops into my brain. That's just how I am. And as you can probably hear, Loki has joined us. He kind of likes hanging out in the office with me when I'm doing the things. He just passes out. It is so funny. I don't know if it's just me talking that like calms him down. I don't know. Okay, so we've got that going on, and then I'm not so sure I have much more going on that evening. On Tuesday, I may try to get something filmed. It's gonna be tough with me being out of town this week and then my work schedule. So we will see how that goes. And I don't know if you guys saw, but they announced the speakers for Go Wild. That is in April, and I am beyond excited. I'm gonna put just a little catching up on journaling here. But when they, no lie, when they announced that Martha Stewart was going to be the keynote speaker, I literally started shouting like, oh my God, oh my God. And Jesse was like, what the hell is going on? And I showed him the phone and oh my God, I was just losing it. I could not freaking believe it. I am so excited. There's so many great speakers. There really, really are. I think some of the ones that I'm most pumped about, like VJ and Cloth and Paper, I'm so excited about them being back. Planners and Wine being back to do the live podcast. That's going to be so fun and so awesome. But I'm really excited that Amanda Rach Lee is going to be there. If you're not familiar with her, she has her own line of bullet journaling, and she's a creator as well and creates tons of great content all over various platforms. Martha Stewart, like I said, there's another, I cannot think off the top of my head, but there's so many. They're all so great. And I feel like it's just a great mixture of like just different types of creators, and even some that I hadn't heard of, which is, I love that part because I just like being introduced to new people. All right, so we're gonna catch up on journaling here because I'm like 2 days behind. All right, and then Wednesday is going to be like a hefty like laundry day and packing. So that's gonna be fun. We may just use this box right here for the list for that. I think that'll be fun, maybe. I don't know. Awesome, great. Now I just need to write something out for our drive time. I think we're about, I want to say 3.5, 4 hours from here to there, somewhere in the Houston area, just outside of Houston. So we will be headed there. And I know that in my little reusable sticker book, I have got a car. Yep, sure do. This is why it pays to save the extra leftovers from your kits. All right, and then I know that we need to check into our hotel. That would be great. So I think we'll be able to do that first. To be honest, at this moment, I don't know the exact schedule, but I'm gonna use this little emoji with the check circle because that's gonna look so cute for us to, nope, I thought that was a whole strip of a sticker. It's 2 small ones. So it doesn't have to go on anything. I was just gonna use this for checking into our hotel. And then we'll use this for the graduation. And then I'm almost certain we're going to some form of dinner as a giant family. And this is just honestly another reason why I'm glad that we moved here, because it would have really just been impossible for us to attend events like this being so far away. And now here we are. We get to be here for these really awesome moments for our family. And then I feel like I'm gonna skip over Friday just because I'm not really sure what our plans are, but I know that no matter what, we will more than likely be home on Saturday. So I think I'm gonna start off with this little floral thing because that looks cute. I don't know. We're just kind of going with it. And then I'm going to add a little to-do list because Saturdays are definitely jam-packed with to-dos. I was able to get quite a few things done yesterday, like finally picking up some dog food, finally going to the car wash and vacuuming out my car, wiping out my car. That thing was a disaster. So I'm so glad that I got that done, especially like right before I go on a trip somewhere in the car. Like I need my car to be clean. You'll have to let me know if you're the same way. Like I have to clean it before and I've got to clean it after from the trip. So that's what we've got going on there. I'll leave that there. I think there may be book club here, so I'm not even sure if I'm gonna make it if we're not back, but I'll put it there just in case. We pretty much meet every other week, which is super fun. I've really had such a great time meeting some new people through the book club, so I'm excited about it. And I'm gonna pull out my little pile of Salam Creative stickers. I still have not put these away somewhere, as you can tell. And I need to, but I have not. So at some point I will. I think I'll just do these because it's got the blue in it. But I've got to get more sleeves for my sticker book, and I haven't done that. I do get mine from Poi and Hun, and I just have not even thought. It needs to be on the to-do list for this week to go get more sleeves. And yes, I put a question mark because I'm just not 100% sure that we are actually meeting. Okay. Sunday, nope, we are going to go do groceries. We went so early this morning and I'm glad that we did. Like we just did pickup and it was so nice because it was just quiet. Parking lot wasn't packed. I am looking through the wrong sticker book. But the last few Sundays I've gone like a little bit too late, and it's like the folks that go to church, like it feels like if you go between 12 and 1 here, it's just a disaster. It's so packed. So I have been trying to do better to go earlier so that I don't go when it's so busy. I feel like I have passed by the grocery stickers probably a few times now, but I really do appreciate going earlier when it just isn't so crowded. So yeah, well, that'll definitely be the plan for this coming week. The other thing is I keep trying to find a date to kick off Friday Night Live again over on Instagram. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, but for the last couple of years, I had been hosting a Friday Night Live every other Friday on Instagram Live, and I keep saying it's going to make a comeback. And every time I'm like, yes, I'm gonna do it this Friday, or I'm gonna do it that Friday. Something else comes up. Like I had selected the 2nd of February as like the sort of date because January did not work out for me, and now we'll be out of town. So it's going to come back at some point. Now, just to give folks a heads up, it's probably not going to stay on Instagram. And I know that there will be folks that are not happy about it. I am okay with that. I cannot please everyone. It's probably more than likely 99.9% going to move over to Patreon. And it was, I'm not going to say it was a difficult decision because it was not a difficult decision. I really had to think about how Instagram does not necessarily benefit creators a lot of times. And that's probably, you know, there's a bigger discussion that needs to happen there. Just Instagram not really paying creators anymore. And that's tough and it's disappointing. So, and Friday Night Live, while it may seem like just a regular live to some people, it still is work and it's still time out of my day and it's still time away from my family. So, I am going to figure out a way how to introduce that to everyone, and I hope that the people who want to be there and join in on the Friday Night Lives are just as excited about it as I am. We will see when I can actually kick this off, but it is coming back. It is something that I loved so much, and since moving, it's been difficult to bring it back. All right, so a little weekly reset is going to be happening on Sunday. And now let's take it back to the beginning of the planner because I feel like I have just kind of hopped all over the place like I normally do. I want to do my meal plan, and it's going to definitely be different this week just because we will not be here for the latter half or a couple of days. I know on Monday I'm going to do beef stew, and Tuesday will be grilled chicken, and Wednesday will be different. It'll be a fend for yourself just because I'll be packing that evening. And then Thursday and Friday will just be like up in the air, as well as probably Saturday and Sunday, because I probably won't figure that out until we get back. So I'm just gonna leave that there. All right, for things to do this week, I still like looking back at the previous week, because I know that a couple of things I didn't get done here. I can check that off, but I still need to schedule the dentist, and I still need to schedule my mammogram. And then the other thing I need to do, since it's the 1st of February, is pay bills. Yay, that is the best part, said nobody ever. And then of course, update our budget. Oh, and I also need to schedule a hair appointment. I kind of skipped the one that I wanted to do for January, and now I really need to get scheduled for February so that I can stay on schedule and get my hair done just before Go Wild in April. So I really lately have just been getting my roots done, but I know that we had talked about at my last appointment not only doing my roots, but towards the spring, getting a little bit of lowlights added in. So if I don't stay on schedule, it's not gonna work out the way that I want it to, but it's gonna be okay. I think it'll be okay. All right, so there we are with the plans for the week so far. I hope that you guys enjoyed hanging out with me today. If you enjoyed today's video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and if you are already subscribed, make sure you click that notification bell so that you know when my videos are posted here on YouTube. As always, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone.